Today, I want you to consider that your thoughts leading up to a holiday event like Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever you do are more stressful than the actual event itself. The actual dinner and gathering of the family members is really not the most stressful part of it. It's the anticipation and the thoughts leading up to it. I was saying the anticipation of the event is worse than the event itself. And this is true if you really stop and give yourself a minute to think about this. So let me give you some tips I use with my private clients to help them when they're going to big events or holiday gatherings with people they haven't seen in maybe a year or two. Number one, this is so minute, but it is huge. Already figure out ahead of time what you're going to wear. Don't wait till the day of. Right now, you're worried about what you're going to bring and all this, that, and the other, and you just last minute say, okay, I got to figure out what I'm going to wear. If you will do that a couple of days ahead, try on different outfits, think about what are you going to be comfortable in with everyone that's going to be there. People haven't seen you for a year, people that do see you, whatever it may be. What are you going to be comfortable in? Get that out of the way. Decide down to the shoes and the socks and whatever you're going to wear and put it on a hanger, so to speak. So that's out of the way. You're like, I know I'm going to be okay with that. Once that's out of the way, that's a huge mental reduction of anxiety right there in itself. Number two, go into this year having a conscious, mindful approach to your portions. I didn't say don't eat certain foods. I don't have a problem with the foods you're going to eat. Just go in there and say, you know what? I'm going to actually see my portions and keep them kind of equal here. Not just overload on, the hash brown casserole or whatever. Keep it in balance. Have your protein, have some starchy carbs, whatever that may be, and have some veggies. But, have some of this, that, and the other. But think, I'm going to have my portions down. So afterwards, number three, I don't have eater's remorse. That's the number one thing that I see with everyone is eater's remorse. And we don't want that. That's the most damaging part is, why do I eat all that? I'm miserable. I'm bloated. Then you're like self-conscious and you're not even enjoying yourself because you're on the couch. And then you go into like a coma almost from all the, insulin releasing in your system. And then you wake up and you go do it again. This year, don't do it again. Keep your portions in check. Wait about an hour, then go have a piece of pie or dessert or whatever you want and call it a day. You got to enjoy the food. There's no reason to overload yourself like you're never going to eat again. That's what I see is people think, I'm never going to eat again, so to speak. So they get all these portions and then they have eater's remorse. That's the most damaging part because then you're kicking into, what am I going to do January 1st? What am I going to do to offset this? And then you go down the rabbit hole, well, why not just cut loose, do the rest of the holidays and just get as fat as I can? You don't say that, but that's what happens. You gain all this weight. You don't have to do that. Portions. Eat reasonably. Enjoy the food. Socialize. Enjoy your family, what you're there for. Next, don't say, I'll wait till January 1st going into this in the next couple of days and say, you know what? I'll deal with this January 1st. It sounds exciting, right? It sounds like, I'm going to have fun. It's going to be great until it's not. It's always exciting. Like people always, I'm going to go out and drink alcohol and I'll deal with the hangover later mentality back in the day anyway. Maybe it is still with you. And then you're like, why'd I do that? I feel horrible. And then slight depression sets in. It's the same thing. I don't want you to have to go through that this year. Go in, but hey, you know what? I'm not going to wait till January 1st. I'm going to go in and just check my portions, enjoy the food, enjoy my family, have a piece of dessert, and call it a day. Next, you always have those family members you're stressed out about talking to. I know you do, because I do, right? I have a 2-minute rule, a 3-minute rule, and a 5-minute rule. 2-minute rule is someone I want to be nice and say, how you doing? But I keep it to 2 minutes. And I always have a reason after 2 minutes to tell them, hey, nice talking to you, but I got to go check on my kids. Nice talking to you, but I got to go call somebody real quick. You need to have a legit reason to move away from it. I know it sounds like lying, but for your mental health and your enjoyment of enjoying the actual event yourself, it's necessary. 3-minute rule. Someone that, I can spend a little more time with, but still eventually give them enough time, they're going to go down a rabbit hole of, what did you hear about this? And hey, what are you going to be doing to lose weight? Or what it may be you still want to talk about. And then the 5-minute plus rule is somebody I generally think has good conversation and they don't stress me out and I'll talk a little bit. But even then, I want to break that off and not just be completely absorbed with having to converse with somebody, okay? So use those rules so you'll have a good time mentally, check your portions. Don't go into this waiting on January 1st and enjoy yourself. And if you really want to jump in on some of my Black Friday sales specials going on to help you move forward right now, go to travisgarza.com. You won't be disappointed. That sale ends in a couple of days. I'd love to see you. on this side with me getting to help you. Have an amazing holiday, and I'll talk to you soon.